2023 is around the corner. Hello, ladies. Are you ready for 2023?
Absolutely.
Sure. It's 2023. Holy crap.
So, in our last episode, we talked about our goals, accountability, a word for 2022. And I know for myself, I ended up with a whole different outlook for 2023.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to elaborate on that. I'm just going to take control here. I had everything planned in the beginning of 2022, exactly where I wanted to go, especially in my business. And I think when I had that realization that I had cancer and my world stopped, it didn't allow me, it forced me to really take a look at my life. And was I living, I always thought I had tomorrow. And I do have tomorrow. We know I survived my cancer. We know they got it all. But in those few months of unknown, it really shook me up. And I ended up getting clarity on how I wanted to move forward. And clarity on where I wanted my business to go and where I wanted Michelle to go as a person. So I am carrying over some of the goals from 2022 that I did not accomplish. Yes, ladies, who's ever listening, I did not accomplish all my goals, and it's okay. I learned from that. But I'm also now, my word in 2022 was intentional. And now I'm holding myself to being relevant, and relevant to Michelle, relevant to where I had my clarity to, relevant to who I am and who I want to be in the future. So that's where I am trying to bring forward in my goal, writing out my goals and the journey that it's going to take for me to get to those goals for 2023. How about you guys?
Well,
That was a
put it
mouthful.
that way. 2023, another year I'm here. Super excited. Because as we age, sometimes we just really appreciate that we wake up every morning. So I look and go, I'm in 2023. And, when I was younger, to think 2023, that's just like crazy how far ahead that was. And now we're here. And I don't know, I think it's the 70s. I'm just going to keep on trucking because I like where I'm headed. I like what I've defined in the past year. I mentioned in the last episode, I feel like I've really grown a lot, and I just want to keep up the momentum. And I really feel it. And I really, again, as I mentioned in the last episode, I'm walking the walk like I used to talk it, but I'm really feeling that I am who I say I am. And I'm absolutely looking forward to 2023. I think it's just going to be an amazing year. And it is going to be an amazing year just because I'm here to celebrate an amazing year. So that's where I'm at.
I love that. I absolutely love that. It's so funny you say about, being here. It's frequently one of my first entries into my gratitude journal. Another day, another day, another day. It's like, yep. My dad used to always say that I'm above ground. It's a good day.
Yeah.
It's a good day, and sometimes we need to actually think about those basic things and really appreciate what that represents. And for me, usually my biggest time of reflection is typically between Christmas and New Year's. That's where I take some real quiet time to just kind of sit with what it is that I did do, how I have grown, and the things that were on the list that I didn't accomplish, without any drama. Like, there's no problem, like you said, Michelle, that they didn't get accomplished. It's like, okay, well, so there's obviously a reason they didn't get accomplished, because I didn't put in the work to get them accomplished. So they either weren't that important, or other things took priority, or I didn't have the right input into the goal to meet the goal. So all of those kinds of things I will be evaluating typically between Christmas and New Year's. And one thing I do know for next year is I am going to make it simpler.
Mm-hmm.
I have always tended to be, oh, let's have like 28 goals and we'll just see what we can, not next year. I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to keep it focused on a few things, because it's taken me a long time to learn this lesson, but I finally think I've learned it, that if you just focus on a couple of things, the chances of hitting that are much greater than if you have 25 things sitting here going, which one do I work on today? So yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing that and keeping things a little bit simpler, having 2 or 3 really good, clean, key goals that I want to work on. And yeah, celebrate the fact that, hey, I get to do it.
Yeah.
I actually get to sit there and reflect and then figure out what I want to do, and then put the plan in place on how that's going to work. So yeah, super excited about that.
Tracy, it's funny you say you and I both are pen to paper. We're both journalers. I have a gratitude journal also. I don't put my thank you for another day. I put my thank you for another day the minute I open my eyes. So first thought I have, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to open my eyes today. Thank you. Because I don't want to sound morbid, but there are many people who don't, unfortunately, have that luxury. And I think that's why the 3 of us also look at, we didn't achieve our goals. And we're not like, so what? We will reflect on them.
Mm-hmm.
We will grow from them. But I'm going to be grateful for what I have accomplished and where I have grown.
Yeah.
And bring that into 2023. And my cancer really opened my eyes to that, because my diagnosis, I could have ignored the signs, as so many women do. I could have not gone to the doctors. I could have had a whole different outlook. So the blessing that I get to open my eyes every day, I don't care what the day brings me, I was able to open my eyes that day.
It's funny when you're younger how your perception of things, like I would often say to my dad, hey dad, what are you happy about today? And he would say, I'm above ground. And I used to think at that time, like, wow, talk about setting the bar low. Like come on,
Yeah.
like thinking there should be something other, like some, but it's so funny that now I'm like, I totally get it, Dad.
It all starts with that.
Yes.
That's it. Like anything, like the fact that you can have full gratitude for the fact that you do get another day above ground is like, everything else is like bonus material.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Like it becomes bonus material. It's perfect. I love it. So
yeah, you can change things today. You can keep them the same. You have choices. It's pretty powerful.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think a question I have for you guys, not whether you achieve the goal or not, but do you have a goal for 2022 that maybe you did achieve or was going towards achieving that you're carrying over into 2023? So I'll go first. In January, I decided to no longer drink. So I am celebrating at the end of this year, 1 year sober. I have not had 1 ounce of alcohol. My reasoning behind it were a couple things. And so I decided, what am I going to do with that come 2023? Am I going to continue that? To me, it's a goal or a way of life, whatever. That's another way to look at a goal, as a way of life. Or am I going to be like, oh, I think I'll have a drink now? And I have decided that I'm going to continue it. But here's the change. And this is what got me through 2022. Today, I'm deciding not to drink. I decided not to drink for multiple reasons. One, once I went into menopause, for some reason, every time I had a drink, I got very either nauseous or severe headache. So I tried organics, I tried different things. Two, I have a tendency when things aren't going right, I need a drink.
Mm-hmm.
And three, I have been around from past marriages in alcoholism. And I was wondering, like, do I need a drink or can I live without alcohol? And when I'm out and about, can I still be social without having that drink to make me social? Because to be very honest, if I'm in a new area or a new social environment, I can be very introverted. And I actually had the time of my life this year in that essence. I found great non-alcoholic wines, non-alcoholic beers. I would force myself to start conversations. If I was out of a party where there was a lot of alcohol flowing, I made sure I wasn't like a Debbie Downer, like, oh, everyone's getting drunk, I'm just going home. I still have fun with people. I still had conversations with people. And when I wanted to have a drink, why did I want to drink? Why did I feel the need to have alcohol? And I would journal on the stress situation. Was that the reason why? Was it just because you wanted a celebration? Well, why do you need alcohol to celebrate? This is my journey. I don't care if anybody drinks. This is solely my journey. And I've decided that that way of life will continue for today into 2023.
That's awesome.
That
That's
is awesome. I think that's a really good point about that for today. Like, here's what I think I'm going to do for 2023, but for today, I'm committed, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. But that's I think a really powerful way to look at when you're looking at those type of things, your goals.
Yeah, very much so. Very, very much so.
Because
I guess like in terms of anything overflowing, I mean, and this has been a theme pretty much for my life, is the pursuit of being better. So just trying to be better than learn more, experience more, share more, try to make people's lives a little bit better because I happen to pass through. That's really kind of been a recurring theme for me that is forefront in my mind quite a bit. So I would want to say that it is an actual goal. It's not something that just sort of is a fleeting thing. Like I often will wake up and think, okay, who can I make smile today that maybe wouldn't smile otherwise? And it could be somebody at a store or somebody in my family or whatever. And as corny as it sounds, it's just, it's just something that's important for me. Yeah.
Awesome.
And I would say the same thing is I'm trying really, whether it's business or personal, how can I make an impact on someone else's life? Like, how can I bring my experience, my what I've been through, good or bad, and just be kind to someone, put a smile. Like, how can you make an impact? Even like I took an Uber the other day and it's like, I felt bad because I usually have a conversation. I was low energy and I felt kind of bad because like this person is driving me around and I just want, so the only thing I could say was thank you so much for giving me a safe ride home. But I just want, to acknowledge you as a person. And I felt really crappy that I didn't have a conversation, but he probably was happy I didn't anyways, but but just how, just bringing how you can help or make an impact, even so small, just smile, thank you, all that stuff.
Yes. I love it. I love it. Well, thank you, ladies. So what are your plans for 2023? What is one of the major things you would love to accomplish in 2023? It can be, you can think of it as a way of life. You can think of it as a goal. You can think of it as a dream, a passion. Put it in the comments. Let us know. Don't forget to subscribe. Share this with as many friends as you can so they can also put a comment in on 2023. And don't forget to get our notifications. Until next time, have a great day.
Thanks for watching, and we hope to see you as a regular member of our community.